Hello. What do you mean surprise stream? I announced it in a random comment yesterday. I did. It's in one of my videos. Specifically the Puyo Puyo Tetris one from stream 49. Well, of course you didn't see it because you didn't watch the video that I had on Puyo Puyo Tetris. It's in one of the comments. It's a reply to that comment, to be more specific. Well, let's begin. We will be queuing standard and fog, like usual. And if the stream goes on long enough, we might even snipe Sidewinder, but don't tell him that. Don't. But until then, we're just going to be searching. And I suppose I could... This free-for-all did finally end. This free-for-all did finally end, and Fluffy has taken over the world. Yeah. So we can go over it while we are searching for a standard and fog game. I don't see why not. We might as well. So I started off in the shiny cobalt ice of Europe. Also, even better that you're sick and it's nice to have something to entertain you. Well, I hope you feel better soon. And if you're sick enough to watch a stream, I mean, if you have enough energy to have fun, then you have enough energy to go to school. Now go to class. I'm joking. So, turn 2, France decided to drop out of the game. I should zoom out a little more. France decided to drop out of the game. And now there's a vacuum. Like the number one rule, well, there's 2 rules in free-for-all. Number 1, someone's going to drop out, and number 2, that someone is not next to you. So we're off to a great start. And here I've been trying to make some alliances. As of right now, I contacted Hackip, and we made we made an agreement to split up Scandinavia, well, the Nordic countries, and stop Britain from landing on it. And the Red James, if you know the Red James, oh, you did pass the chainsaw course. Ah, I see. So a little bit of rest would do you good. Alright, so the Red James, you know the Red James, he's also another top live player, occasionally coming as an opponent on these streams. Just by a force of habit, he interrupted this gap. And it was only afterwards where he pinged me in a Discord and asked, Fluffy, can we be friends? Otherwise I'm just dead. And he kinda is. He picked a fight with Yellow Comet with this artillery buy over here. He picked a fight with Italy with Jade Sun with this interrupt. And I decided, sure, I can use this alliance. I basically say, well, if he's going to be my friend, I might as well claim all 4 of these cities in this diagonal over here. Because I was really thinking he can contest me here. But if he wants to be friends, I might as well use it as leverage to take all of these properties for myself. At the same time, I negotiated with Yellow Comet. I said, I will take these 3 properties. and Yellow Comet takes everything below that. And that's our borders. Which I definitely won't betray him later. Yes, a very early fluff stream. In fact, it's so early that nobody's showing up. Nah, it's probably the time zones. So after some talking, the Red James and Jade Sun worked out on an agreement that Jade Sun would help contest France, because France is free right now, and Hakip and Spain and Sneed has agreed to an alliance. So here's a little bit of an attack by Sneed. So Italy is feeling the hits from Spain. I'm just gonna call them by the country names instead of the player names. Italy is just hit by Spain over here. And Spain and Germany has announced an alliance. So with this event happening, Italy agreed to stop fighting with the Red James and instead worked with him to fight Germany, I believe. And I'm just here enjoying all of these captures. The Red James agreed not to take this property in exchange for me not killing him. It is the weekends, yes. So I'm just having now I'm friends with Yellow Comet. Well, not really friends, we just agreed on a border. He takes these two, I take these two, and that's the border. But the Red James have also been talking with me and is asking me to help him against Yellow Comet. So I said, alright, I have to betray one of them soon, because they will start fighting each other and both of them will ask me to help probably. So I sent my tank straight down where it can fight both sides. And well, now Germany has attacked Italy over here, Spain has attacked Italy over here. We're about to see something happen. Britain landed in the Nordic countries, to which Germany replied to me, since Britain has already landed and he's busy fighting down here, he's no longer interested in the agreement we had to split the Nordic countries. And I decided to just cut all ties with Germany at that point. Then we have this double artillery aimed at this artillery. That's one way to deal with it, I suppose. The Red James, I don't know why I call everyone else by their countries, but I call the Red James as the Red James. It's probably because he currently has a mix of different countries, like Austria, the Czech Republic, Romania. I'll just call him, I could call him Austria-Hungary. I suppose I could call him that, but they never really had this Romania. No, I don't think. So I don't think that's an appropriate name. I'll just keep calling him the Red James. The UK doing whatever the UK is doing. Probably taking advantage of being an island nation and not fighting anyone. Italy got a nice first strike from a city over here. And they're still fighting in the middle, so at this point I believe Spain might be one of the newer players who don't, because I saw quite a few base skipping, and the fact that he's just losing this tank for a few infantry hits. So I made the conclusion that Spain is not a threat to me. Once again, I continue capping. I moved a recon up here so I can fight in Scandinavia if I need to, depending on how Britain acts. And I did send Britain a message that we would split the Nordic countries and maybe cooperate against Yellow Comets. If by any chance I will betray Yellow Comet, I would be working with Britain and the Red James, and that would be the trio of alliances. And the other alliance would be Germany, Spain, Italy, and the Ottoman Empire. Well, is it really the Ottoman Empire? I mean, the capital's all the way over here, but close enough. Yeah, but we have it at home version, yes. From here, I believe Britain decided to give up the port to not have a conflict with Spain, since Spain has been wanting it. So Black Boat left, and the port is being taken. Germany and Italy are continuing to fight. The Yellow Comet has launched the first attack. And I'm thinking, alright, this might be the time I pounce on Yellow Comets. I have infantry ready to start capping cities. I have artillery and tank that can easily move in. But then I saw this happen. 2 max artillery, and the Red James is capping the capital. And building a rocket to outrange the artilleries. You can also lock the base from here, or from this forest. You just turn one lock the base. And I thought, if I continue cooperating with the Red James would probably be my biggest threat. Since of all the players here, he's probably the strongest, second to me maybe. But I have to also consider that I am Sonia. Sonia with 0 comm towers and bad luck against an Andy who could very easily take over all of Germany if this attack wins. Who probably also has an alliance with Italy as they are cooperating against Germany. So I thought, alright, I could cooperate with him, or I could betray him and help Yellow Comet instead. Because Yellow Comet is being attacked over here, and I think the Red James is winning this fight right now. So I had to make a decision. Whose side am I joining? Will I continue to be friends with the Yellow Comet? Or will I continue to be friends with the Red James? Italy seems to be winning against Spain. So here I'm thinking, alright, Italy can easily win against Spain. If Germany loses, I didn't have a huge power block in the middle that can easily overwhelm me because they will have so many bases against me. So I decided, alright, I have to take down the Red James before it's too late. Yep, Spain just continues doing Spain things. Once again, losing another tank because just for an infantry hit, you don't want to hit infantry. And also, this doesn't make sense to me. Why would you build tanks over here? There are 3 mountains here. These tanks are stuck here without a lander. And there's also a base skip. Not going for the properties down here. So I made my decision. Germany and Spain will likely lose, so I have to go in now to prevent a really powerful. Hello, Ham. Good morning. So I decided I have to kill the Red James before he establishes a central power with Italy. Because once he establishes a central power with Italy, and they will easily defeat Spain, they can also easily defeat me. And so I made the decision. Go! Attack him now! Aim the artillery at the rockets in the base. And I made... No. James is... Oh, do I have to say this whole thing again? Alright, so I'll say it again from the beginning. Germany wants to go through the Red James to attack Italy from this side. The Red James said no, and he said no units will pass through the territory. Germany interpreted that as, oh, so we just have a peaceful border where none of our units attack each other. But then the Red James went in, because that was not the agreement at all, that was just a misunderstanding entirely. Germany then went to Italy, and I know this because that's in the messages, and said that the Red James has betrayed the agreement, and Italy was here thinking, wait, the Red James is a dishonorable player? Let's stop our fighting and team up against the Red James. At the same time, I'm also attacking the Red James. And Yellow Comet is also attacking the Red James. So... So we didn't get a situation where the Red James will soon be attacked by all 4 players around him and he just resigns. As I was saying, the reason why I attacked the Red James is because I thought he would easily defeat Germany, and I thought he was in an alliance with Italy who can easily defeat Spain. And I wanted to stop a strong central power from opposing me. And I also decided... Hang on, I'll move it a little closer to me so I can notice it more easily. So you might have noticed that Italy and Germany has kind of stopped fighting for a bit. It's a crazy mess of alliances. I thought, alright, I'll take this base, Italy can take this base, and then we just have a peaceful border. I announced that I want to unite the Slavic world, taking Poland, taking the Czech Republic, taking Romania maybe, and then maybe I just be peaceful, question mark. At the same time, I also sent a recon over here because I was supposed to stop I told Britain that I this recon is to stop Germany from landing up here. Because looks like the two of them are fighting. He kind of base-locked himself here with this. Oh, never mind. Germany and Italy are still fighting. I guess their alliance hasn't happened yet. But it looks like Yellow Comet is starting to win against Britain. Well, the Ottoman Empire. Oh, that name is too long. I'm just gonna call them Yellow Comet. There's a medium tank, but that medium tank can probably just be blocked off by a single infantry here. And I decided I don't like these maxtillaries aiming at these two properties. I said that I wish to unite the Slavic world by taking these properties. No war declaration has been made yet. Notice how Italy chose not to attack Germany here. I believe this is when their alliance is actually starting. And, well, I'm just gonna skip Spain's turn. It's negligible. I decided, alright, I'm going to start capturing this property and using my taking advantage of the maxtillery shorter range, I outrange the maxtillaries and I start capping this. But notice how I chose not to send my tanks to attack. I could have sent my tanks in to get first strike and start capping the city and then cover both my tanks with artillery. Fluffy is peaceful. I chose the peaceful option and chose not to attack because I never declared war. And you know what Germany did? He attacked my infantry. How rude! I did nothing against Germany and he's already attacking me. That is so rude. Britain built a battleship over here, so Yellow Comet's going to be stuck for a long time. And you know what else? Italy decided to fire upon the Yellow Comet infantry over here and interrupt my capture. Once again, how rude! I've done nothing against Italy. Yet. Hello, Soul Friends, it is an early stream. But how rude! I announced early on I intend to just take these properties, unite the Slavic world and all that, and both of them immediately decide to go in against me, stopping me from taking this base. And so it is here I realized that by betraying the Red James and trying to prevent a strong central power from uniting against me, like I was afraid that the Red James would defeat Germany, that Italy would defeat Spain, and the two of them would work together against me because they were working together against Germany. In my effort to prevent a strong central power from opposing me, I have created a strong central power that opposes me. So that was a little unfortunate. Wait, why is my PNG not bouncing? Hang on, let me check it out. Alright, it should be fine now. Oh, match found! Alright, we are on day 9. I will remember this. So when I'm waiting for another game, we can go back to searching for this. I just think it's a little funny how my efforts to prevent a strong central power from opposing me ended up creating a strong. Thanks for the reminder. I waited. It was not half an hour, but it was like 23 minutes. Alright, so about the mic situation, if my mic ever disconnects and you see my PNG on the bottom right bouncing, then that means my mic disconnected. Anyway, I waited 23 minutes for this for a draw offered. If you don't want to did I click? Okay, yes. I can make this turn later. Let's just start queuing again. I'm not going to force somebody to Oh. How come I didn't get matched with Floppa? Floppa was matching. Yeah, Floppa was matching. Why didn't I get... No, this game was way before I started matching. Ah well. Back to the free-for-all day 9. We were on day 9. I believe it was Spain's turn. And I have to zoom out again because this map is too big. Alright, back to this free-for-all. As I said, Italy decided to interrupt my base. How rude of him. And now I realize looks like Yellow Comet will be my permanent ally now. I was totally not going to betray him later. Well, now we fight. I announced that I will declare war on both of them. I begin capturing this, and it was only afterwards that I realized I think I would prefer Yellow Comet to take this city instead, or take the base, so that I can have Yellow Comet be my meat shield on the bottom. Yes, but that's not the way I framed it. I told him that he can have the base, he just needs to kill the infantry and start capping it. In reality, I want him to start wasting money helping me fight Italy over here. But I'm the one being nice by letting him have the base. So that's the story we're going with. That I'm handing the base to him because I'm a nice person, and not because I want him to use his soldiers to help me fight Italy over here. Germany goes in with the medium tank. And just start. Oh, match found. We are on day 10, Germany's turn. Alright, Orange Star Commander on standard. What are the odds that this is Poland? It's been a while since we matched. Let's see. I think I played on this before. Oh, it's not Poland. I'll be fine. I'm against a Sammy. How much can a Sammy possibly do against an Eagle? I can zoom in a little more. Let's go for this turn 1 capture. Oh, and turn. Alright, what cities do I want to capture first? Alright, I think I know what capture order I want. But as Eagle, I should definitely Right, Sammy gets the first tank. I would hope that Sammy builds it over here, because this base is so important to get more infantry out. But Sammy's probably going to build it here, which is something I don't want. Oh, no tank. Sammy did not build a tank, alright. This infantry will head here. This infantry will go over the mountain and capture this property. Alright, this infantry will go here, this infantry goes here. Alright, I'll build a... This is the part where I built my first tank. I need to get my tanks out as soon as possible. The longer we stay on the infantry fights, the more advantaged Sammy is. I noticed that every time my mic is cutting out, that the music stutters just a little bit. On the bright side, I know when my mic would cut off. Alright, Sammy built a tank here, which is exactly what I want. Go capture... I almost clicked wait. I almost clicked wait there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just keep tank chaining on that side, because all the properties on that this base needs to capture already has infantry around, which means this base can just start pumping vehicles every single turn. Whereas for this base, there's still a lot of properties that my infantry are very far away from, which means I should stay producing infantry here. I could take the first strike. Do I want to though? I am Eagle, I should stall. I don't want Sam to use these terrain against me. I really don't. Alright, infantry here. Tank sits on city. I really want to centralize my tank, but at the same time I also want to stop comm tower. So we're just gonna have to do this. Let's keep tank chaining on the right side because I really don't need more infantry there. Maybe my infantry should have been placed on this silo. I just realized the infantry is kind of blocking my tank from striking on this road. Or maybe I should have placed it on this road so I can attack from the plains or sit on the comm tower, and it keeps my options open. But I also don't want Sammy to just shoot at it. That would be bad for me. Next turn I will build double tank, and this tank will defend the HQ side from a potential Sammy capture. Alright, this map doesn't really feel good for Eagle now that I think about it. It's enough money for double tank every single turn, so it's not that bad for Eagle. But the comm towers being this contested feels very bad. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, tank decides to go here. Well, I can definitely prevent the comm tower now. And maybe even take it for myself. I might lose, well, no, I shouldn't go for the comm tower for myself. If the Sammy player goes for comm tower, then I'll go kill the infantry. But I otherwise wouldn't fight for the comm tower. Alright, infantry moves here to be ready to strike me on the mountain. I think I'll just go for the comm tower instead. We'll get double tank. Alright, no, Sammy chose to get an artillery. Alright, decided not to go cap the comm tower. I'm actually perfectly fine with that. Now I can double tank in the middle. This infantry will head down to capture this property in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So tank sits on this road, will be covered by a tank. Well, infantry sits on road, will be covered by a tank. I might have made a mistake last turn. This infantry was supposed to sit on this forest, which can then sit over here. Well, it's a bit too late for that now. Let's go with our... Or should I get a battlecopter? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double tank. I'll get a copter another time. It's possible that this infantry will choose to interrupt me here. Alright, tank moves left. I think I just built copter next turn and then rush it left. Because that's a potential Sammy capture, HQ cap. While at the same time I also rush my tanks down. Yeah, it's a free comm tower interrupt. I was expecting the infantry to do it. But the fact that the tank did it means that I can probably press my triple tank, probably 4 tank, advantage on Sammy's weak side. So the fact that the tank went left means that I can start attacking on the right side. Then I just need to make sure I don't get HQ kept and I should be winning. Which means I do need a copter here next turn. Otherwise, it's only a matter of time before the artillery pushes me off. So a copter is quite necessary. I'm quite surprised Sammy isn't going for this capture. It's a little too passive in my opinion. Like, as Sammy, you definitely want to go for the captures, and if I try to stop you, you just kill my infantry kind of deal. Alright, this is the part where I just open fire because yeah. Fire on this infantry, sit on the silo, just take all the high terrain in the region. As long as I don't go into base range, I will be fine. Hang on. Yeah. Because I can also threaten the HQ if I have enough vehicles in the area. Since Sammy has no comm tower, it should be somewhat painful for her to strike me on the silo. Oh, I shouldn't sit on the silo actually. Otherwise this tank gets activated, and I don't want that. Or I could start capping this to block the tank. That could also work. So then I can still park my tanks over here, take the comm tower. Oh no, this is a Sammy infantry. She can definitely interrupt. Alright, infantry go on mountain. Infantry heads down. 2 infantry should be enough to stop a Sammy HQ rush. Right. Let me click HQ. So I will reduce it to 7, and then the next infantry will reduce it to... No, don't click on the tank. No, let's just play it safe. Sit on the HQ. We're just gonna play it safe. I don't think it's a good idea to go for the comm tower, especially if I can't. Alternatively, I could park my tank over here. And there's nothing Sammy can really do to strike this city other than using this tank. I'll just shift to my HQ side. The HQ side is... Let's just continue capping. Sit on the forest. And let's just head down here. Build copters, because copters ignore the artillery, and turn. Now, Sammy still has no comm tower, so there's a 0% chance that Sammy 2 hits KO my tank on the silo. And with my tanks moving left, I don't think this artillery can really safely move in to lock my comm tower. That being said, artillery, the fact that Sammy built artillery is probably good for me, because it means the game is more likely to stall. Stall in the sense that Sammy can't really push as hard with just indirects. There is also the possibility that Sammy goes for 3 first strikes. But I don't think it will work out for Sammy. Oh, Sammy chose to interrupt this capture. Infantry chose to interrupt comm tower. I don't think there's a way for Sammy to RD wall this without getting the RD hit by a tank. Wait, never mind, tank just goes here. But then this infantry gets exposed and I can kill that infantry. It might even be worth taking the RD hit. No, it's not worth. I just need to buy a little more time. A little bit more time to build a few more vehicles, such as anti-air. Anti-air would be very great. No, I don't think it's a copter tank infantry turn. I think it's going to be... I mean, copter tank infantry does sound good considering they don't have anti-air. But I would also like anti-air of my own. If you know Fluffy's army composition, he oh, artillery went here. Alright, we're going in. And if we are going in, I guess we do need tanks. Because it really makes no sense to go in and then build anti-air if Sammy doesn't have a copter yet. Alright, so tank strikes... Actually, tank probably strikes from the road and the infantry takes the comm tower attack. No, you don't. You know I really don't like copter on copter violence. It's because I don't one-shot things. And anti-air, during lightning strike, can kill 2 units in a turn. Even if it's not a copter, I can wall break infantry, then my tanks can go kill those squishy units in the back. It's not just to have a better copter, it's about having a better army composition. It's about countering enemy units. So even if I had... Ooh. If Sammy's going in here, then I'd probably just kill this tank and then be happy with it. Yeah, I'm just gonna strike these 2 tanks outside of artillery range and be happy. If Sammy's going in like this, just take what I can get and go. Infantry definitely pull back, because I need my infantry alive. Then I kill this infantry with the tank, strike, and first strike, and we're good. And also about the argument that my copters are better. My copters still cannot one-hit KO Sammy copters. So no, for the job of killing copters, anti-air is definitely better. Maybe not so much in this terrain, but during lightning strike the anti-air will get so much more done than a copter. Right, this tank will probably sit on this city. I might go tank anti-air actually, because I will have to pay for repair cost on this 2 HP tank. If I go tank anti-air, I will have enough and the reason why is I will be repairing this tank, and with 15k income, the tank repair means that I cannot build 2 vehicles. At least I don't want to build an artillery. So instead, if I build tank anti-air this turn, I will have a little bit of extra funds next turn where I can build double vehicles again, which is what I prefer. Since you do not want to fight infantry on infantry against Sammy, you want to switch to a vehicle on vehicle fight. Look, Sammy doesn't even... Plus, your anti-airs don't get one shot, unlike your copters. Oh, obvious hit is obvious, so let's go for it. This infantry definitely runs back. Tank comes in. Copter swoops in to support. Infantry goes back. If Sammy really wants to attack into this, I have a copter strike from the city. Alright, so I'm gonna build tank here, and anti-air on this base. Infantry moves ever so closer. Double infantry ready to interrupt this comm tower when I need to. Then I end turn. So by building anti-air tank instead of the anti-air tank infantry, or instead of the copter tank infantry, I will have the funds to build double vehicle next turn. No, Sammy can shut it down, but she will lose an infantry for it. So my goal is to try to make money. You need to keep in mind, it's not about whether or not I can win, it's about tying units down. I don't want Sammy to be doing something over on the right side. And if Sammy sends the artillery over, that means it's one artillery less I have to fight in the middle. So it's not about whether or not I can do anything, it's about keeping Sammy from doing something anywhere else. Sammy loses in the center if I just fight with the vehicle on vehicle. I think I can interrupt that capture. Yeah, my copter can strike uninterrupted. Yeah, this is an HQ. She has to send something to defend it. And this vehicle really wants to help with the vehicle fight, but Sammy kind of loses the infantry fight over here. So I'm just gonna keep the infantry fights unless the vehicle goes in. Vehicle goes in, we just run away, and then the artillery does nothing. Alright, Sammy chose to fight over here. I can probably deal with that. Copter wouldn't actually interrupt it now, would it? 66. No, Sammy still gets this cap. She does. That is unfortunate, but at the very I could do that. I think I will. I lose the copter, but I get way more vehicles. It's worth it. Oh wait, I don't think this kills. Luck roll. That's so lucky. I almost forgot I didn't have a comm tower, so that could have very well ended badly. That could have ended very, very badly. I'm actually going to join these two infantry. Alright, then I build anti-air tank this turn, keeping up my double vehicle count every single turn. If I can build vehicles every single turn, my lightning strike gets stronger. That's how it works. Alright, how lucky was that luck? I was fighting... Oh, 41 to 51. I must that's almost a max roll on a tank. Then my 9 HP. Yo, that is actually insane luck. Yeah, that is actually insane. Alright, artillery doesn't get to fire. I'm happy. My tank can then come in this turn. Anti-air does cover the tank if I can clear these 3 infantry out of the way. I can kill this infantry with a 9 HP, 5 HP kill. Oh, I just realized Sammy anti-air didn't kill my Eagle Copter. I laugh at Sammy now. I think the play here is to just kill the anti-air and kill some infantry and then leave the rest alone. Alright, Sammy chose to let my units free. I can easily escape. And then we build double tank next turn because that's all I can afford. Wait, I might even get this property. If I shift tank left, pew, it dies, I capture it, and Sammy has nothing in range to interrupt, so I win this. And instead of going for comm tower, this infantry can go for this city. I might be able to get both of these properties. No, maybe not. This 3 HP will have to stay here, and no, it wouldn't be enough. Is the game super over? We might still get HQ capped, it's possible. Let's see, I killed 2 tanks and lost a copter and got a tank hit for it. I think it's a winning trade. I think I'll just be happy and full retreat. I don't even need to kill the anti-air now that I think about it, I'll just full retreat. I might even join tanks. I typically don't like joining units, but it seems to be the best play for me here. I mean, I know I can threaten the HQ cap. Why do you think the anti-air is moving right? Oh, it's a resign. Alright, GG. Well, I'm gonna take a short 2-minute break to get water. Be right back. Fluff has returned. Okay. Alright, we will be queuing Standard and Fog again, like usual. Yeah, it's really about what you plan to do with the units. If you're in the middle of a fight and you need healthy units to attack with right now, joining might be good. But most of the time, simply having more vehicles and repairing them in the long run is better. There's a reason why most people use all of their bases every single turn, and it's to get their numbers up. Did I play on this map before? I don't think I have. It's Baselight. Baselight, I'm going Jess. Map analysis, 10, 12, blah blah blah. It's about a 16k income split, I would say. Yeah, it's a 16k income split, Baselight. I'm going Jess. Because I can pump double tank every single turn, and Jess likes tanks. And we have a Jess mirror. I'm gonna change their color to yellow so that we don't have any colorblind issues telling our units apart. Oh, my mouse disconnected. Wait, where's my mouse? Oh, there it is. Mouse! Alright, I'm gonna send the first infantry for the chain. Every other infantry will be... All my other infantry will be moving forward. So this infantry will head down and go for this capture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't go this way, so the black boat can only head down. Capture this. Oh. I think I'm going to skip this turn 1 capture and instead go for a later capture. This black boat will probably drop off over here. I'm still deciding where the black boat goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But he can build a tank next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're going double infantry, and I think the black boat will just go for the safe captures at the back. Because I don't think I want to fight into airport range. Actually, no. We're going for this property over here. I don't want to fight into his airport. But I do want this property, just for a moment. This infantry can go for the comm tower. And then I'll bring the next infantry over here. Yeah, I'll go here, bring infantry over here, then bring it to the port, then start dropping infantry on the left side. Alright. Let's fight them. Oh wait, my tank. I was going to pick up infantry and drop it off here. But I guess I can't do that. Oh well. It's fine. I'll just send this infantry. I'll just keep going onto this port, and the next infantry will go. Let's go get the comm tower. Tank goes in. Maybe this infantry can go for this city. I mean, if I'm sending an infantry over anyway, I might as well. Alright, we will tank chain. I think tank chaining here is good. I do want the airport. Alright, this infantry go for the airport. Infantry over here, and black boat over here. There's no way I can stop this airport. Hello, the Brazilian guy. No, this is an early stream. You don't have to be here at the beginning. Alright, I will get first comm tower, so he definitely does not want to attack me this turn. This infantry will head down for this capture. This infantry will head to right. I black boat infantry forward. You know, I can actually go, when I pick up the infantry and drop him off here, I can boost the next infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I just get a first strike? No, it's on a road, but then again, I have comm tower. So for example, I get comm tower, I should still be winning this. It would be 5-7. Then he gets comm tower. I think it's worth it. Otherwise, he just goes tank infantry kills and then start capping my city, and I can't have that. Yeah, and also it's delaying his infantry on these captures. Alright, you go for capture. Actually, I think I'll send it this way. This infantry heads down for that property. This infantry sits on this property to secure this one. Then I build tank again, and next turn I build anti-air. This tank cannot reach, that's why I took this shot. And I should still be winning in a tank hit. Oh, see, I'm still ahead just a little bit. He forgot to capture comm tower. That was his mistake. And now this property will be delayed just a little bit because both his infantry are over here. In fact, what are the odds that it might be worth it for me to take this hit. Well, first things first, let's capture that. Alright, how much did I do? 22 to 25. It dropped to 3. It's very possible I get the kill here. It's very possible. I'm going for it. Got the kill. Which means I can then strike this infantry for free because this tank is going to shoot at my tank. Then I build anti-air. Start capping, start capping. Finish this cap. I'm gonna block off this interrupt. And infantry. So this tank pretty much has to strike my full HP tank, and I just got this free infantry hit. Plus my tank is a bit more centralized, so I can front shift if I want to, whereas he's kinda stuck here. And if he builds copter here, I can always, when I do my front shift, I could just build copter over here, and he has no vehicles to stop me. Yeah, this map is very small, but it is a 2-base map, so... Alright, he's building double tank instead. I guess I'll just build copter. I'll go for this port, since none of his units are in range to interrupt this port, and then I just go copter. I might have to give this city up, but I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll build copter. Sitting on this city is death. So I think I'll have to abandon the city, which is perfectly fine by me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to give him a 2-hit KO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will begin front shifting up. And then just double infantry. Infantry retreat. I will be front shifting to my airport side. If I went double tank, I probably could fight for this. But I didn't. I really wanted to get the copter strike, infantry clear, and then I start capping his cities on the other side. I am slightly ahead since he doesn't have this city. But I will have to go for this eventually. So I get this port. I think I might build a sub and dive. Just saying, I might build a sub and dive. Come to think of it, can my copter and infantry clear? 5 and then 5. It's a roll. It's a roll to clear. But I think I will strike from this direction. Alright, one tank goes up. Yeah, tank here. Tank here. Tank sits on the forest, where it can cover a lot of different fronts. I could have my anti-air get hit, but I'll be fine with that actually. Since if he hits my anti-air, then that just means he's fighting inside my base reinforcements. So I'll just end turn here. Yeah, end turn. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, looks like I'm not going for that port just yet. I think this is where I front shift back to the bottom right. Yeah. Time to just front shift back to the bottom right. I'm still ahead because he doesn't have this capture yet. I'm just a little bit behind in unit count. I'm sure I can make it up elsewhere. My anti-air can probably still kill the 9 HP infantry. Yep. Which means I can go for a tank first strike. Or maybe even a 2-hit KO if I strike from this side as well. And then I just bring my tank and copter down. The anti-air will feel really sad because it's out of position while my copter heads down. I might not, that means I have to let the city go, but it will be worth it since I think it will be worth it. Since I will be really annoying with my copter. Then I have one tank defend the top. And I don't think it will be that hard to defend because I'm very close to my base and my airport. Well, hope you enjoy your drawing. And good luck with it. I don't mind if you are not chatting. Just being here is good enough. Alright, so this is where we pull our plays. This is why we build anti-air. We build anti-air to kill infantry. And I'm gonna sit on the HQ so he can't use that terrain against me. Same story here. Ah, I don't want to repair infantry just yet. Not yet. But we will be building double tank again, I suppose. I guess I can have my black bolt on the bottom sides where I can start repairing units in the front line if I need to. And turn. He gets this city, but that's fine because I can quickly get it back. This tank, this anti-air, and this tank will probably be out of the fight for quite some time as well. And this copter will be a menace. You mind? Well, I don't, and that's what matters. My opinion is the most important of us all. Alright. My tank could get a first strike over here. I can also threaten to attack both of these bases if I so desire. More evil than fluffy. No, impossible. Alright, so this tank will go on the HQ and get repaired. And then I bring this tank into fire, this tank into fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess my copter will just sit on this row tile and block the base. Just be very annoying. And I guess my anti-air can just go around shooting all at, just killing whatever it wants because his tanks want to shoot at my tanks and not my anti-air. So my anti-air is just going to do whatever my anti-air wants to do. Alright, infantry clears, I guess. 4 HP kills the 2 HP, anti-air strikes at the mountain infantry, and then I start capping this. He builds a medium tank, I guess I can do the same. The anti-air will likely chase my copter around, so I could just build another copter and chase that infantry around. Alright, first things first, copter over here strikes. This move is pretty obvious. Wait. Come to think of it, I don't really need to strike this tank. If I strike from here... Well, first things first, let's clear this out. Infantry strike. Infantry strike. Oh, that didn't clear. That's a shame. I actually needed this to clear. feel like going in is kind of deft though. Yeah, I feel like going in right now is dying. Yeah, going in is dying for sure, so I should not go in. And since this tank cannot escape, I might as well interrupt it over here. Tank sits over here. Infantry. Black boat will act as a blocker, just to block units from passing through. I can tank infantry that next turn if he... You see, when your opponent death balls, you have to do the anti-death ball strat of just going for the corners. But that's a shame. This luck roll really meant that it was unlikely. I don't really have a lot of pressure applied onto him. Yep, the battlecopter. You shall not pass. I mean, he walked around, but still. Copter, very annoying. But it is pretty bad that I let the city go and I didn't get anything in exchange. Because I lost quite a lot of units doing the play I did. Let's see, there's 3 tanks here and 1 medium tank. We have 1 anti-air. I think I could kill the recon and get away with it if I just, if I chain the medium tanks. I think I could get away with killing the recon and starting the capture. And then I have a bunch of 1 HP walls. So let's go do that. You're gonna strike this way, then strike this way, start capping. Medium tank covers it. Tank goes back over here to heal up. Just to continue being annoying, I will have this battlecopter strike the infantry from this direction. We're gonna chain medium tanks on this side. As much as I want to go in this turn, I cannot. I must resist. And just in case, I think it's best if I pull my tanks back. Yeah. One, two, three, four, five, six. I highly doubt he will get just super, but this is just a precaution I'm taking. Oh, this feels so bad to do, but I think I have to do it. And turn. All right. I mean, he probably doesn't want to make a second AA, because we are going into a tank war. You know, I probably should have just shot this black boat instead and drained more funds. Because I normally wouldn't shoot the black boat, but it is on a port, which means I could have drained funds. I get my city back, which I'm happy with. And otherwise, we are pretty even. A little lower unit value, but a little higher unit count. I am threatening to strike this base now. So my copter, if the anti-air tries to chase, I just fly up. He is looks like he is centralizing his forces in the middle, but I have two medium tanks here, so I think I'll be fine. Oh wait, I just realized. Oh boy, that's a mistake. A mistake by me. Now that's really annoying that I moved the I moved the infantry up instead of down. Because I can't even interrupt it if I wanted to. That being said, if he does move this infantry out of the way, I do have a powered attack over here. Well, might as well take this hit, am I right? I would do 800, I would do 1600 funds worth of damage and probably only take... might as well. We're gonna sit the medium tank on the HQ. I think it's worth it. I really do. and I built copter here. Let's see, if he uses super... I am going up a little bit in unit count, just a little. Well, I mean, even if I could interrupt with power, I don't want to, because that's a horrible way to interrupt. Alright, so anti-air with super can only reach on this city, which means I copter right over here. And I might be able to... He might be forced to use a super just to save the city. Because copter block, and then I have an infantry block over here. He needs a super for the tank one-hit KO. Just to save the port. And then, after I get the port, I'm going to build a sub, and I'm going to dive the sub, and none of you can say no. Do you have any idea how many streams I've been waiting to finally build a sub on my opponent's port and dive it? I said it in the previous stream, I said it in the stream before that. I want to build a sub, and I want to dive it. Alright, so there's a forest here, which means my copter could go over here to launch an attack. And otherwise just block the medium tanks. This anti-air cannot reach. I'm going to build a sub and I'm going to dive it. And you're not stopping me. Okay, Black Boat repair over here. Then next turn Black Boat can repair again. I could have supered and then struck the anti-air with my tank, and then it will probably one-hit KO. And then I just built more copters. But nah. Just tank here. Tank here. Medium tanks can't reach my anti-air, so I think I'm good. He could super for a medium tank strike here, but then I just counter super him right back. So I win this port. And after I win the port, I'm going to dive a sub. Isn't this guy lightning strike? Are you missing an E there? Do you mean lightning strike? Alright, there's the Just Super. Anti-air still can't reach my copter down here. I'm pretty sure my counter super does one-hit KO that tank. You'll be close. Alright, my counter super, by hitting this tank over here, it just opened up the combat whiff, and this tank can now reach all the way to strike. Just like the tanks moving over here allowed my tank over here to get in for a hit. Medium tanks will be needed to kill my copter because the anti-air sure can't. And how many more turns to take this airport? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send my infantry down there to start taking the airport and force a medium tank to stay. No, how could you? You shouldn't be allowed to block my copter in. You know what? Never mind, it's fine. My copter can still get a strike on the tank. That's all that matters. Alright, build a battleship? No! I can't even afford that. I mean, I can't even afford a sub, but we don't have to worry about that part. Well, first things first, let's get this infantry strike. I think tank strike over... There's so many things I want to hit. First things first, let's do the obvious. One, two, three, four, five, six. Alright, so my copter can't actually escape. So I might as well take this hit over here. Alright, tank strike over here. Tank strike finishes you off. Tank strike over here. Medium tank gets a good strike. This tank gets a good strike. This tank gets a good strike. Let's repair this tank and then I just strike over here. Get a good strike here. And you know what the best part is? The best part is he only has one anti-air. I just built another copter. And my reign of terror with my copters can continue for another day. The reign of terror from my copters will live on for yet another day. I don't... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't want the medium tank to strike my... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess I'm just gonna go into this forest. I'll go here, then... You know, even he will have to commit 2 medium tanks to kill this anti-air, and I think it will be fine if they both go down here, because then I just win everything on the top. The only way for this anti-air to get hit by a medium tank is if medium tank clears, then medium tank attacks. And that's 2 medium tanks in a relatively inconsequential corner, which means I just win everything on the top. No, I don't want to build a cruiser, I want to build a submarine. I want to build a submarine and dive it. Nobody lets me dive a port. I want to dive a port. Alright, so both the medium tanks are over here. Which means... Which is good for me because I just win at the top now. I just full send everything to the top. As long as I have even 1 infantry that's healthy, I will be a menace to all the properties. An absolute menace to all the properties over here. Alright, medium tank goes in. Medium tank goes in. How much would I do against the anti-air right now? No powers are online. I think I'm just going to copter clear, then strike the anti-air, then continue moving infantry in. Then build another copter because he has no anti-air on the way. And we're gonna be super annoying here. He has to commit 2 vehicles to sit here. 2 vehicles to sit there. And it wouldn't even... Alright, I think I'm just gonna float some money so we can afford a submarine next turn. Yeah, just double infantry, float some money, build a submarine on the port, and then dive it because he's never taking it. Hello, Q-Sam. Welcome to the stream. This is what you call the poisoned infantry. It's an infantry, it's a free hit. I'm doing great. It's an infantry, it's a free hit. But you have to send a vehicle all the way down here and not up here. I would not be surprised if he just starts sacking everything to hit my healthy infantries just to delay these caps by a turn. Alright, medium tank. Medium tank has to go down and take this hit. It's a poisoned infantry. It's a trap. You don't want to send your vehicles towards it. The boat has gambit. I mean, he really only needed 1 medium tank to go down and the other one to go up and maybe shoot an infantry over here. Oh, he sacked the copter on the anti-air on my copter. I thought he was sacking on the infantry. Well, now I get to capture both of these. And let's send my 3 HP units to wall. Medium tank goes back to heal. Medium tank goes into this forest. Copter goes here. Just want to stay out of his normal power. Copter goes here. Continue capping here because I can. Alright, we're not diving a sub. That was just a joke. It's really... okay, so about the cat thingy, the CATT, that I stole that... You know how last time I mentioned that I stole Fluffy from a different person? Well, that cat thing, I also stole it from Advance Wars Days of Ruin. That is actually the flower, the Cattleya Isabella that you meet in the US version of the Days of Ruin. And then I just stole that name, and then in a different game, and then I met someone in that other game who with the name of Fluffy, and I stole his name and then became Fluffy on Advance Wars by Web. That's where the Fluffy came from, if you're wondering. We're just gonna float more money. We are just going to float more money. Black Boat will pick up an infantry and repair the medium tank. Oh wait, there's a path? I didn't even see that. It couldn't go up here because of the forest, but I didn't see the battlecopter. Ooh. Oh, that was my bad. On the bright side, the tank shot the wrong tank. It should have shot at this tank if it wanted to interrupt this capture. Alright, unfortunately he's on a silo. But if I copter medium tank with a normal power, and then I just anti-air this, I kill the anti-air, I should just win. He built a copter over here. So let's go do that. Copter. Can I get any hits without needing it? No, I think I need to use power here. Medium tank strike, medium tank strike. Let's just attack this with the 2 HP. Then I strike over here. And then with all the money, we can finally buy the submarine. I'm not buying the submarine, guys. If I had a little more money, I would do that. But I've actually been waiting for the mega tank. My true goal had always been the Mega Tank. Am I going to win my capture victory? Capture victories are pretty steep. In a lot of cases. Info. Capture limit 22. So I need... Yeah, it's pretty steep. I need to capture this property, these two properties. Bomber spotted, I will build an anti-air. How could I lie to you like that? Why, of course I'm evil. If I lie about building a sub, of course I would lie. It is possible. I just captured this property, this property, this property, this property. That's 22 without the HQ. But it's just at that point I might as well just capture the HQ. Yeah, at that point I just captured the HQ instead. No, I mean, who's to say they won't fight till the end? They might fight till the end. Sometimes it's actually... because you can learn a lot from losing. Fighting a losing battle. There's a lot you can learn fighting a losing battle. And I think it's important that we fight on even if we are losing. Medium tank strike. Medium tank strike. Mega tank. Then we built double anti-air. Alright, let's see. This copter is covering the HQ, so I shouldn't attack it. Let's go for the comm tower. Actually, I'm gonna join these two. And also join these two. So I can get another copter out. Because I do like my copters. My copters have been carrying quite hard, I would say. Yeah, I mean, it is 99% loss. Oh. Alright, GG. I can still reach it. I can still reach the bomber. Yeah. In fact, my Mega Tank can take a shot on the copter while I'm at it. Because Mega Tank do Mega Tank stuff. Mega Tanks be getting old. So yeah, I think I'm going to have Mega Tank fire that copter. The copter is chipped, so it will likely be reduced to 7. And if it is reduced to 7, then there's no chance of it doing any chip damage. It won't reduce it to 9, and I'm on a city, which means I will heal the chip for free. So, yep, we reduce it to 1. Let's kill this tank. Let's kill this mech. Let's kill this. And then we're gonna just take the comm tower. Yeah, we're just gonna take the comm tower. Anti-air over here, anti-air over here. I think I'm also going to throw my tank out over here. Because if he shoots at my tank, I just power medium tank hit him. Yeah. Yeah, I just copter and then medium tank powers hit him. With 2 comm towers. No! Oh, he didn't go for that. Oh yes, I didn't take any chip, which means I heal up the copter counterattack. Well, wait. You're not supposed to do that. I wanted to heal up my chip for free. I want to get free healing. Is that so much to ask? Is that really so much to ask to get free healing? I mean, I shot a counterattack at a medium tank, so this is definitely worth it. Oh, mech spamming Jess. Well, first things first, let's get the comm tower. Then there's really no reason for us to stay on the left side anymore, since the mechs can't even interrupt this capture over here. I didn't want to send my anti-air at it, but I guess I have to now. Black boat repair, it's now at full. Ah, I wanted a just luck roll. Alright. Anti-air again, because we're just gonna... in turn. He's just counting on box crash or mom's. I'm not sure what that refers to. Wait. Could I have captured... I should have went for the HQ. What am I doing? I should have just went for the HQ. Alright, let's try to go for a route if we can. I think we got a route. That's an elimination by route. Oh, internet. Oh, that. Alright, well, GG. An actual route victory. That never happens. Yeah, as soon as I saw that I can, when I saw that I can kill both of these copters with both my anti-airs, I thought, what if I went for a route? Because I know the tank can one-hit KO max on a road. Because that's just a Jescott privilege. You're almost like Max with just a little bit. In fact, I'm 2 comm towers, so I am just the equivalent of 1 comm tower max, with everything except my copters. Alright, I guess we can go one more game? Do I want to go one more game? I don't think I should. Hey look, my game's on a featured game. Well, I guess what we could do instead is to finish... I guess I could finish reviewing this. I have been telling the history of this game throughout different parts of the stream while I was waiting for the queue. I think I'm going to post this game as its own video by like cutting all the different parts together. Alright. So we were on... Alright, so I was saying, Italy was very rude stopping my base over here. Germany was also rude stopping my cap over here. So I had no choice but to declare war on both of them. And this is how I played my next turn. Might as well full screen it, so you could see more of it. My artillery's fires. I outranged a max-tillery, so I should definitely win in the long run. Well, in the artillery game. I managed to take a shot at this artillery. And I remember, I think we went over this already. I remember telling Yellow Comet to kill my infantry on this base to take it for himself. Now, for the story, I will tell everyone that I'm being nice and I gave Yellow Comet this space. My real reason is because I wanted Yellow Comet to start building units and help me fight Jade Sun over here, Italy. But we're gonna go with the Fluffy is nice and is willing to give up a base. Your mistakes? Oh, there you are! I see you! I almost forgot you were here. Oh, so about the thing about me telling you to take my base, it was because I'm nice. It's not because I wanted you to spend your money to defend this area for me. It was totally because I wanted to be nice and let you have the base, and not because I wanted to have you spend money on the base to defend it. Max just comes charging through like a typical Max does. And I am Sonya, so you don't actually see the damage I take until my turn. Yes, indeed, I am the nicest person ever. I let you have this space because I... Germany attacked Britain over here. Germany attacked me. We should team up against Germany. This is my message to them. Italy attacked me. Italy also attacked Yellow Comet. We should team up against Italy. So I gathered the three of us and says, hey, the three of them might be allied. We should team up for a 3v3 against them. Oh no, my mic is just unplugging itself for some reason. I have to like jiggle it a bit so it reconnects. So I wanted us three to team up against those three. But Britain said, I built a battleship here, I'm using my battleship. I built a medium tank here, I'm using my medium tank. And to be clear, Yellow Comet went first. Yellow Comet got my message and decided I will retreat to show my goodwill, and chose to focus on Italy instead. And you know what Britain does? Britain continues trying to land here and just attacks. I wanted the three of us to team up against the Central Powers, but Britain doesn't necessarily want to work with Yellow Comet. So now Italy's turn. Italy is counter-attacking. Once again, I am Sonia, so my HP doesn't update until the next turn. Just to simulate the fact that Sonia has hidden HP. Once again, fires at a Yellow Comet infantry. Sneed continues to attack Britain. Notice how Sneed is not attacking Italy, because they are friends. Well, at the very least, they agreed to a ceasefire. It's only later that I found out that Britain and Italy has a ceasefire as well, which means Britain only wants to attack here because he can't attack here. I took out the max medium tank. I am Sonia, and this is a max artillery, so the medium tank it's not going to do much. I began to pull all my tanks back because I only have 3 bases. I need to heal my tanks. I have 3 tanks healing, because otherwise I would just run out of unit count and die. And this is where I start, I see this attack coming. We're gonna just breeze through Max's turn. Max just goes in because that's what Max does. He uses Max Blast? Huh? He fired onto these 2 units and then used Max Blast? I don't get it. I feel like Max Blast is something you use before your turn. Yellow Comet built a sub here, which I know is to strike the battleship, but it is an Andy battleship, it will just heal up. I did send a message to QSim, or to Yellow Comet, that there is a potential wall. For example, this infantry, I can just show it in the move planner actually. I was thinking of using this wall right over here. Something along the lines of here. Or maybe instead of here, we could have a 2 HP over here and the infantry go up over here or something like that. Basically, you can't really free the medium tank without the battleship firing at an infantry. And if the battleship fires at an infantry, then the submarine and the... You can also then put the double artillery over here. Then tank infantry. And then build a submarine. Then this battleship, the only way to free the medium tank is to fire on the infantry, which the battleship will just die to. And instead of the sub, I was also thinking maybe build artillery here and medium tank here, which, well, if he didn't buy the sub, he can afford. Which means he can still threaten the battleship and threaten to 2-hit KO the medium tank here. Which I believe this is a better move than the submarine. But that didn't happen. What actually happened is he built a sub, fired on a medium tank, and he also messed up the wall a little. The 2 HP was supposed to block up here, but since it didn't, he had to use the artillery to wall it in. Alright, Britain's turn again. His laning immediately died, but he kept on trying. And this is where I'm like, alright, Britain, if you are going to continue this fight against Yellow Comet, Yellow Comet wants to be peaceful, but since you aren't, I will side with Yellow Comet. Oh yeah. Oh, YouTube censors the name? Why? YouTube, why would you do that? Anyway. Flak's turn, uses brute force, gets the luck roll, kills the infantry, and breaks through. At this point, Yellow Comet already has the base, so because I was nice in giving the base to Yellow Comet, and area for me, Yellow Comet is now has to spend money and defend this area for me. But no, it's because I'm nice. It's not because I'm taking advantage of my allies and wasting their money. And it's neat. We're just gonna skip Spain's turn because Spain doesn't really do much. Just takes an infantry shot over here. Now it's my turn. I fired my rocket, I fired my artillery, then I realized I had my super ready and I should have used it to begin with. Oops. Well, my artillery go pew pew. I stopped the base completely with artillery infantry. And I tried to get a 2-hit KO over here so my medium tank can loop around and kill the max artillery. But that didn't happen, so I just shot my medium tank over here instead. I noticed the max artillery doesn't cover this tile, so I decided to put my infantry on there. I don't remember firing, but I guess I did. And this is like, alright, because Yellow Comet is willing to agree to peace and Britain isn't, I will declare war on Britain to help my ally Yellow Comet and take all of the Nordic countries. So for the story I'm going to tell, I am just defending Yellow Comet. This is definitely not me getting greedy and taking all this money for myself. This is me helping Yellow Comet by attacking Red Fire. So if anyone asks what happened, it is me helping Yellow Comet. It's not because I'm greedy and I want to take all the money for myself. Alright? That's... So I built more rockets because I like rockets. And it's also lore accurate for Sonya, I suppose. Sonya likes her rockets, we all know this. The max artillery has to move down because it otherwise has nothing to shoot at. My counter break means that I fired first and this infantry did not die to the counter attack. Germany tried to clear his own ally's tank to walk through with the medium tank, but he failed the luck roll. So medium tank on medium tank, I have my super ready, so I struck first. Note that once again, you do not see my HP update until after the end of the turn. because I'm Sonia. So I only took 2 HP of damage here. Yeah, Britain got a really bad deal. Well, he wasn't allied to Italy. They just have a non-aggression pact where they will not attack each other. Italy is allied with Germany against me, but as you can see, Germany is attacking Britain. So the 3 of them aren't necessarily allies, but Italy and Britain is just choosing not to attack each other. And let's just see. The yellow comet is taking both of these island properties, using a normal power to heal up this artillery. Wait. Did this artillery fire first and then the normal power? I suppose that's fine, it's fine. It just means he got a little bit more charge for the next super. The submarine went in. I don't really like this because it just dies to the cruiser, and it is an anti-battleship, so it will just heal, which is unfortunate. And honestly, I think mech spamming here is better than the tank, mostly because we don't really see infantry moving in. But a tank is not that much different. I just prefer mechs because you can then sit on the mountain. Alright, Britain sinks the cruiser, sinks the lander. Also note that Sneed is still at war with Britain and landed a tank over here just to mess with Britain's attack into Yellow Comet. And that's one of the pettiest things you can ever do, because that really ruins the momentum here. It is much easier to just drop off tanks and attack the base from the left side, but no, he decided to go all the way here and drop off the tank just to mess with Britain. And I think that was very hilarious. Yeah. Britain finally going for these 2 properties. These should have been gotten much sooner. He attacks me into my super. I do 5 to both of them somehow. I don't even... What kind of luck is that? And then now it's Italy's turn. Oh no, he broke through to the artillery. That was a little bit of a low roll here. And I guess they were talking about some property trades here, but I know they're not fighting, otherwise the tank would have shot at an infantry. So the reason why there was so much mechs, there's a lot, you see Italy has a lot of mechs here. He wanted to trade ports with Spain, start building black boats, and sailing all the way around into Scandinavia to stop me. Or was he planning to sail into Britain? I'm not sure. No, he has a non-aggression pact, so he might be planning to have the recon go all the way around to, well, the black boat to go all the way around just to stop me up here with the mechs. I was wondering why there are so many mechs here. Oh, don't get me wrong, I thought these were reinforcement for Britain as well, but then it's fortunate that Britain was the one to shoot at it and made it clear. Yeah, as you can see, Spain and Britain are still fighting, but this is really inconsequential since no properties are ever getting flipped over here. I still don't know why Spain did not buy a single submarine. It would be a max submarine, which is pretty strong. But it didn't happen. It's my turn again. And I decide to just wipe out all the Britain's infantry over here. My recon will chase away any landings, and I have plenty of infantry to start taking all of these properties. In the name of defending Yellow Comet, yes, I am taking all this money for myself to defend Yellow Comet, guys. This is what's happening. I am a good person defending my ally by taking all the money for myself. My rocket fired, and I put a medium tank to wipe out the artillery. Then my artillery fired at the medium tank, and I just clear it. I joined my tanks here. I guess I was afraid of a wall break. But the rest of my tanks are still healing up. I built a battleship over here. Now, the reason why I built the battleship is so I can one day betray my ally. Because I am helping him defend his base here by having my battleship aimed at both his bases. Yes, I am helping my ally defend by aiming my battleships at him. I am a good person and was totally not planning to betray him. Just so we are clear. I was not building this to betray him later. And I can still afford a tank. Oops. Tanks firing at Lasonia medium tank. I get plus 50% firepower on the counter, so I do quite a bit. Once again, Germany is trying to take this base. Plus 50% counterattack. We can see the Sonia plus 50% counterattack here, getting the kill. That's a third tank. I mean, that's a third unit going in. I didn't get the counter this time because the medium tank is pretty damaged at this point. It's now at 6 HP, but Sonia counterattack is really something. And then we get the double artillery aiming at the battleship. Now this was almost a good block. Oh, my mouse disconnected. Everything's disconnected. Mouse. Okay, there it is. Almost a good block. But there's another tank here, and he can easily wall break to... Well, let's just say a battleship can kill this artillery, and a tank can then fire at the other artillery. I do believe there is a way to wall it. You just need both the tanks to fire from the top side, and then infantry walking in the way. But since it didn't happen, I don't feel like putting it in the move planner this time. I placed it in the move planner last time. I don't need to do it again. And now it's Britain's turn. Britain uses hyper repair. I'm not sure why they use so many normal powers. I personally would save up for the super. Oh, what Britain did was even better than what I thought. He got both the artillery kills. Built another battleship. And Italy, with the double artillery, shifting ever so slightly closer towards the base. and just got barely unlucky not killing the base. But next turn the artillery will aim at it. Things are not looking bright. And remember, if you were here in the earlier part of the stream where I betrayed the Red James who was over here, I betrayed the Red James because I thought he would win against Germany, and the two of them will ally with, well, Red James and Italy might ally against me, and I didn't want a strong central power, so I betrayed the Red James. And in my efforts to stop a strong central power from opposing me, I ended up with a strong central power opposing me. Arguably even stronger. Because at the very least, Germany might have still been able to resist the Red James just a little bit. Alright, we're gonna skip Spain's turn again because Spain doesn't really do much if we're being honest. Just shoot at a few infantry here and drop off another infantry here. Gonna restart the music. At this point, you really thought you were not able to... Yeah, it does look like you were losing. I honestly don't know how you turn it around. But we'll get to it. We're gonna go watch it. I tried to get the artillery infantry luck roll here. I wasn't able to get it. My battleship fired on this tank. Artillery fires, artillery fires. I joined my medium tanks. Artillery fires, tank fires. Infantry interrupt the base. And I shift my rockets in. Don't worry guys, I'm aiming my rocket at his base to protect him. I am a good ally and I am not, and I repeat, not going to doing this to betray him later. Because I'm a friend. Built another medium tank to replace the one I joined. And at this point my tanks are almost healed. They've been healing for like 3 turns now. Well, I think 2 turns, and in the next turn it will be the 3rd turn they heal. And I will begin making a counterattack. Well, we're gonna figure out how you managed to turn it around later. Once again, going for the max hit. But I am a Sonia, so I get plus 50% counterattack, and my artillery is locking it. And he interrupts the city. How could he? So, this is the part where Jade's son and Germany, well, Italy and Germany is telling me that, well, Italy told me he just wants to have a 1v1 against Germany, but that the Red James interrupted them, and I'm like, that can't be right. Because all I asked was to unite the Slavic world by taking these properties. They could have kept on fighting each other without me. And if anything, they're the ones who are violating this peace by attacking me without saying that I could, without an official declaration of war. Because they didn't type it in the chat that they are attacking. Even after I gave them the opportunity to not attack. A battleship was built here by Yellow Comet, which I think is pretty good. Because you can heal it on the ports and it can chase away this battleship. You just need an artillery to chase away this cruiser, and a battleship is free to go. Infantry go! Luck roll success! But firing at the battleship over here, you definitely shoot at the artillery instead. Any chip damage you do to the battleship will be healed by the ports the following turn. So there's no reason to shoot that battleship. And triple base skip for that. Once again, Britain trying to land, but I don't think it's going to work. Which I'm really confused about, because Britain is not really friendly with the Central Powers by fighting them. At the same time, Britain is also fighting Yellow Comet. So in a way, he kind of just self-isolated himself as the enemy of all of us. He's fighting Spain, he's fighting Germany, he's fighting me, he's fighting Yellow Comet, and he has a non-aggression pact with Italy. But I really don't know why Britain didn't just join my triple alliance that I wanted against the Central Powers. Because he's now diplomatically isolated from all of Europe. Let's see, sits on the base. There's an artillery aimed at it, and a tank over here can clear it off. So definitely don't do this. I think it's better to just fire at a tank to kill any units so it doesn't come back from the healing. Alright, Jade's Sun with the artillery has mostly been... Ooh, got on the base. That's dangerous. It's fortunate that my rockets got there just in time the prior turn. And the rest is just... Alright, this is the port trade. Jade Sun wants to get a black boat over here to sail all the way around onto the Nordic countries to oppose me. I don't understand that plan either. I really thought he's just going to build a battleship here and aim it on the continent. I think a battleship over here would definitely ruin my plans, but it never happened. He built a rocket instead. And once again, we will skip Spain's turn because nothing much happens. Drop off another infantry, shoot some mechs over here, and that's about it. Recon, go! Oh, I low rolled. Infantry! I considered killing it, but I am a zero tower Sonia. So I think I prefer to just capture the port instead. And have my next infantry go capture the city. I also, what did I do? Alright, I fired at the medium tank. Oops, yeah, fired at the medium tank. Artillery fired at this tank. Rocket fired at the tank. Infantry interrupts capture. Infantry interrupts capture. My battleship completely interrupts capture. Rocket fired at the tank. And this is where I have a Sonia Super, but I was making my moves, so I didn't realize I had a charge. Now I use my counter break. And I thought, my tanks have healed up from the cities, it's time to go on the offense. I must rush them before the rocket gets into position. And I might even knock out Green Earth before Italy can really help, which is an alternative plan. Build another rocket. Yeah, draining funds on the battleship, it doesn't actually drain any funds unless you do at least one bit of damage, because chip damage is healed for free. Like, if you're at 9.1 HP, you just heal to 10 for free, since it doesn't go up a full number. I built a black boat to prepare to capture this island. Germany sits on this base to block it. And because I have a super, I actually attack first here, so these attacks aren't that strong against me. In here, yeah, battleship gets a hit from the battleship. Once again, chip damage is repaired for free, so unless you can do at least 1 point of damage, you're really not getting much out of this. The tank died here pretty much for nothing. The tank could have instead been used to kill the 4 HP, but it wasn't. Ooh, that's an unlucky roll. Alright. Britain's turn again. Move the battleship so it couldn't fire. And at this point, this is where the 1 base unit count is really starting to hurt Britain. Yellow Comet has at least these 2 bases to send to the bottom, and Britain only has 1 base. So now Britain is running out of units to actually hold this line, and it's only a matter of time. Yeah, it's only a matter of time before Britain just loses here. Even though there were 2 battleships, the fact that one of them got shot, and the fact that the battleships can't exactly kill units in 1 hit, means that the unit count will eventually overpower Britain. Yep, they had defense, they have a port. That being said, a 3 HP, this 3 HP might be chipped a little, so your tank could get a damage on the 3 HP battleship. Once again, my Sonya super allows me to hit first, so this didn't really hurt too much, although it did slow down my cap, which is annoying. No, Jade Sun is stealing our properties. That land belongs to my ally. Or me, it could belong to me as well. But definitely not you, Italy. Well, we could show it on the damage calculator. 0 to 7. No, you had no chance of doing any damage to the battleship on the port if it's not chipped. And then the chip gets healed for... Oh wait, I accidentally clicked X. We were on turn 15? Yeah, turn 15, one of these turns. Yeah, it was this turn. Yep. The rocket moves off the base. Infantry, luck roll this artillery. And for Spain, we're just going to skip his turn again because he didn't really do much other than kill 1 mech over here. And maybe move some stuff around. Now it's my turn. Recon, continuing to do recon stuff. Running out of fuel because I have been running around without really refueling it. My 5 HP infantry still capping this. It will take a little longer, but it will be mine. Black Boat moves up, ready to capture infantry onto the city. I win the 1 HP rolls, yes. Yeah, this is Advance Wars. We are currently playing this on Advance Wars by web. Here's the URL. You really just need to write this into your URL, and you can also just make it... Oh wait, it's blocked. My chat is blocking the URL. Huh. Well, link should be on the stream's description. If you go to the stream's description, you could see I have played a game online for free here, and there's a link to Advance Wars by web. At least it should be there. Well, back to this free-for-all game. I moved my battleship down. It couldn't really do much other than fire at this infantry, so I didn't feel the need to fire it. Instead, I want to start aiming it at this artillery. And I would move it closer, but I am terrified of a flak super, and then the tank comes in and luck rolls my battleship. Because if we have flak super onto my battleship, it could do a lot. That's an incredibly scary thing to have flak do to your battleship with a tank. So I just chose to put my battleship in a position that the tank cannot reach. I set my battleship on the HQ because I'm evil. And this is the part where because I've been building infantry every single turn, I now have plenty of infantry to start capturing these properties. My APC here is to also resupply my indirects. As you can see, some of them are running out of ammo. Once again, I pull back these tanks so I can heal them up to preserve unit count. Build another battleship, and build more infantry because you can't go wrong with more infantry. Max uses the super to blast my medium tank off the HQ. No, the 2 HP killed my medium tank. Well, I mean, it was going to die eventually. We are talking about a max super over here. Yellow Comet's still defending the base with this artillery that is also running out of ammo. He artilleries the cruiser. This tank actually did 1 HP of damage because the 3 HP was chipped. And he's preparing. What Yellow Comet is doing here is building up a bunch of artillery and getting ready to move them all in onto this battleship at the same time. And building a submarine here, partially because I told him that I would move the battleship closer if flak cannot break through. So he built a sub here, which means the tank cannot drive through it anymore, and I could safely inch my battleship closer. Britain sinks the lander, which means Yellow Comet is not getting shot at this turn. Submarine almost sinks this lander. Again, I still don't know why Spain never built a submarine. And this time, Britain is actually finally stopping to stop the constant failed landings in Europe, and instead starts landing up here. Oh, there was even a landing over here, but I think it will get shut down. I messaged Yellow Comet. I think that his infantry goes onto this black boat, and then black boat drops it off onto this island, can steal a city from Italy. But I think he misinterpreted my suggestion to steal this island city. Once again, Italy is trying to take this base. Artillery moves even closer. Yeah. The sub here he built a sub here only to protect my battleship. It was certainly not the thing that he's building to shoot at my battleship when I eventually betray him. That is definitely what the sub is there for. Only to block the tank from passing through. Yes, we're friends here. We're allies. And allies would never attack each other. And the rest of this is just mechs moving. Built another rocket. Ugh. And I did contact Spain around this point, I believe. Spain is fighting with Britain, and Spain is, well, still fighting with Britain over here. I asked Spain for a non-aggression pact because we're both fighting the same enemy. There's no reason for us to fight each other. So that's the plan. And yeah, I just told Spain, don't attack me, I won't attack you, and we shook hands. And when I saw these vehicles moving in, I was fully prepared for Spain betraying that non-aggression pact. I was fully prepared. I was like, alright Spain, if you want to join Germany in the artillery fields, I'm ready for this. I have so much infantry I can continue to block my indirects with. I will perpetually hold this line forever. That's what I thought. Battleship infantry clears. I continue capping these properties. Blackbow drops infantry to capture that property. Rocket fires at the artillery. Battleship fires at this artillery. Artillery fires at infantry, and then I kill that infantry with my infantry. Medium tank moves up here to wall off to protect my indirects. Once again, healing my tanks to preserve my unit count. I only have 3 bases, so I can't really produce a lot of units every turn. I have to keep these tanks alive, so I move them back to heal them all. Oh, and this rocket had 1 ammo left. APC went to resupply it. Build another classy boy, because I like my classy medium tanks. Oh yeah, you could take the bottom port, but he can easily retake it, is my issue. If you dropped it off over here, he has to invest, well, he built a lander, but he really wants the lander to ferry units from Africa onto the mainland so he can use it to fight me. Still, if you just dropped it off here, the black boat would block any landing, and the only way he can stop you is to build a rocket or a battleship to interrupt. Once again, sending his tanks into my medium tanks, Max doing Max stuff. Alright, the sub decided to dive, so now Italy can never pass through this area as long as the submarine is alive there. He sent the battleship here to help me, but I really don't think that was necessary. Still, it does mean that he could use it to defend this port a little bit. And here he's charging 3 artilleries in to aim it at the battleships, and built a submarine. The 4 HP cruiser can't really hurt the sub, but then again, we do have an Annie Super on the line. The Annie could heal this up to 9 HP and then fire over here. But that would also be a bad idea because Yellow Comet has a counter super which he can sink the cruiser and then submarine moves back. Yeah, this battleship move, I guess it can still do stuff, but it could have also been used to lock this base or scare this battleship some more, because you already have 3 artillery. Adding another battleship onto it could make it extra scary for him. Oops. Yeah. So battleship fires. Battleship moves. Another cruiser is built to counter the sub. He interrupts this capture. Uses the super to heal all the units pretty much to fall over here. And continues dropping off. I would send my lander, my recon to go fight, but it's out of fuel, so I will send it to a friendly city instead. So I can resupply. Italy fires the rockets. And breaks through to the indirects, but I'm honestly fine with this attack, because this artillery is on a city, so I can just heal it up. Ooh, and the artillery aims at this battleship. And this is the part where Italy decided to cancel the black boat plan. He was planning to black boat all the way around to land here, but I don't think that's a good idea, and he probably recognized it. Lander drops off 2 tanks on the mainland. He built a second lander, probably to pick up more units. Spain decides to do a little bit of a pew pew, but no outright war yet. Spain builds a cruiser. Honestly, just go with a sub instead. Your max sub is definitely going to win. And now it's my turn. Artillery fire, battleship fire, tank fire. That's a rocket fire. That's the 6 HP artillery firing. Because I wanted to guarantee the kill. I am a 0 tower Sonya, so artillery and tank is not guaranteed to clear unless I use the 6 HP artillery as well. Then I tank fired onto this artillery, rocket the medium tank, rocket the medium tank again, moved my battleship even closer, aiming it at this rocket, builds a 3rd battleship. Recon has 1 fuel left, but it will be resupplied by the city. I move my infantry onto the mountains for some mountain defense. And artillery fires. Medium tank fires. Then I just put a single infantry to hold the line and protect my indirects. APC boosts the infantry onto the mountain. And boost the infantry again. And have another infantry I can pick up next turn. So I'd say I'm pretty confident at this part. Since I reached into this artillery, my battleships are getting in position to fire at his rockets. Even a Neo tank would just get blasted away by my rockets. So I'm pretty confident right now. I accidentally clicked back. Max, Germany is doing max things again, just throwing units onto the rockets and artillery fields. You really felt the missing battle. Yeah, the battleship could have really helped with taking Egypt. So it's Yellow Comet's turn. He finishes off this medium tank. And the battleship moves down to help lock the port. Wait. I'm not quite sure why this cruiser was shot. The double artillery definitely needs to fire on the battleship. Because the cruiser's only ever going to be able to hit the submarine. And maybe the black boat, but not really. Definitely fire on the battleship instead. And now it's Britain's turn. Britain's battleship got shot over here, but it's fine, he has an anti-super already. Oh no, artillery got hit. It's fine, he has an anti-super ready. Britain choosing not to attack my infantry because he's scared of the mountain. Even though my infantry are injured, I am Sonya, so he doesn't know my HP. And I am on the mountain, meaning my counterattack would hurt. Italy is firing his artillery. Firing his rockets now. Moves Neo-Tank in. I checked the chat messages. Italy was rather confident as well. He was thinking, hey, I'm almost reaching the indirects. Fluffy will run out of units to wall soon enough. But here I'm thinking, I have plenty of infantry to keep this going. So I don't know where he got his confidence from, but it does mean we get to keep on playing. He builds another 2 rockets. I see. I still think you should have shot at it. Because if you... I suppose. It's not like you're losing. Like, even if he did foil your plans here, you're still winning this regardless. So I suppose it's fine. Let's see. So I contacted Spain about this movement over here, and Spain was like, oh, this is just call it a diversion. And Spain also told me that he was honoring the non-aggression pact, and I'm thinking, wait, is Spain going to betray them? Because that would be pretty huge on my side. I activated my Sonya counter-break. And I did my Sonya stuff. Recon is resupplied and is now ready to move in. Battleship fire! Infantry sack! Artillery kills it with the infantry chip. Rocket fires, rocket fires. Classy boy comes in, cleans up the medium tank. The stink ball, I mean, the Neo tank. Rocket fires at the artillery. Medium tank fires at the tank. Battleship fires at his rockets. I fire at his other rocket. Rocket fires at this tank. Artillery fires at that infantry. I start capping the neutral base. APC brings more infantry to the front line. I first strike the tank, or the mech, with my tank. And infantry moves in just to continue blocking Max from doing stuff. Mega tank! A Sonya mega tank! So here's why I built a mega tank. Mega tank sits on city and holds it forever, getting resupplied by the city. And then I just build a submarine here and dive it. And I've been saying, for the past 3 streams or so, I want to dive a sub on a port. And I can finally do that in this game. I just need to clear this tank, build a sub, then dive it. And... alright, it's Yellow Comet's turn. He activates normal power instead of super. Honestly, I would prefer to use the super for the extra firepower, but normal power is also fine. I'm just saying, if this was a super instead of a normal power, actually it still wouldn't kill, never mind. But it would be closer. He gets this port, which he will lose it in 2 turns anyway, so I don't really agree with this. I still prefer taking this city instead. Let's see. Oh, welcome back, the Brazilian guy. Alright. Battleship fires, tanks breaks through. I did recommend a different attack, but this attack also works. I wanted him to use his tank to fire at the artillery, but he instead wants to take the port entirely. Artillery rushing in. These artillery are going to try to aim it at the battleship. That's what they're for. A single battleship cannot resist 5 artillery running at it. I'm not... Alright, it still dived, okay. Battleship fires, tank fires, artillery moves back. Notice how it didn't kill any of these units. They will come back with the AMD healing. Britain builds his another battleship, this time on this front, to defend the submarine. He continues trying to cap this. If he had normal power ready, he would have been able to cap this, but it wasn't ready, so I laugh at him now. Italy starts moving again. Clears the 2 HP infantry here so he can use that tile against me. But I am Sonia. My Sonia counterattack means that this mech does not have the firepower to finish off the tank, even though the rocket fired at it. Rocket fired at the infantry, then infantry fired at it, but once again my super comes in and saves it. He fired an artillery on my medium tank, but it's only a 3 HP, so it didn't hurt much. Kills the infantry and starts capping this port. The rocket moves in. And I think this is a turn we see a surprising play by Spain. This is what they call game impact. He kills the max infantry, starts attacking Green Earth. Honestly, I think he should have used the power for this turn if he was trying to go for an HQ cap. Because then this Neo tank at the base could have just powered and shot at this Neo tank. And then this Neo tank could have been used to shoot at other things. And I think he would have actually gotten away with an HQ cap. So for example, move planner. Suppose he used normal power. again. And you know what? It's fine. You saw my move planner, so you can just see what I was saying. That didn't happen, unfortunately, since Spain didn't see it. But still, all of these captures mean that they now suddenly have a new enemy behind them. Spain went rogue. This was not... I did not tell Spain to do this, by the way. This was Spain's own decision. Source, trust me, bro. But I decided to take advantage of this, because of course I would. Battleship wipes out the rocket. Medium tank and tank gets the kill. My medium tank strikes the other rocket. APC resupplying this artillery. Artillery then fires. I build a sub so I can dive it next turn. So in your infantry, go! You tried. But I now have the battleship aimed at this next rocket. So even without Spain suddenly turning on them, I still think I would have won on this front. And at this point, I kind of feel like I can just skip the game at this point. It's kind of obvious who's going to win now. Yellow Comet is winning over here, I'm winning on the main front, and Spain just suddenly surprise attacked Germany and Italy. So we're just gonna start speeding this up now. And the Yellow Comet used another hyper repair to rush the ports just a little. All the artillery and even the rocket is moving in to aim it at this battleship. And yeah, Britain does what he can to defend, but the port is lost. The rocket is in position. He loses it next turn. He managed to take this property, but I think it's fine because I have healthy infantry nearby to retake it. So you could see Spain isn't really that... Spain is a relatively new player. He triple base skipped for a neo-tank. You typically want to always use all your bases if you can, because you need the unit count. The only reason why I didn't is because... Wait, I didn't? You know what, I didn't because I wanted to tech up. That's all. Because I'm going for a strong push. He defeats my medium tank and starts pushing in. But I think it's over. Actually, I'm just gonna use the arrow key so you don't hear my mouse clicks. Egypt falling back to the Ottoman Empire. The Turkish fantasy going wild. Yes. And as for me, I'm uniting the Slavic people of Eastern Europe. Battleship fires at rocket, rocket fires, and we're just going in. I completely wiped out the entire front line because he's busy fighting Spain now. So let's just rush this. I failed to get the kill here, so my 8 HP couldn't start capping it. I joined it with the 2 HP, so I have a healthy infantry to cap it next turn. Alright, Max successfully defends his bases and his HQ for the most part. Yellow Comet's turn. He sinks the battleship with the artillery and rockets. Starts firing at the only base that Red Fire has. Yeah, the Egypt is just fallen. He sinks his own sub because he wants to say that... What do you mean? No, it's not red, it's purple, guys. Trust me, my PNG is purple. And no, I clearly said that I was Russia, not the Soviet Union in the messages. Therefore, lore-wise, I am not the Soviet Union here. And I think Italy, Germany, and Britain has finally started negotiating an alliance. You know, funny thing, when I was capping this base, I actually, before Spain suddenly attacked them, I did send a message where I invited everyone except for Britain and sued for peace. I was saying, how about you let me take these properties here, you return all the properties you stole to Yellow Comet, and then we have peace. And I would just sit there and do nothing for the rest of the game. And they were laughing because they were like, oh yeah, we all stop fighting, kill the UK, then start fighting each other again. But of course, they didn't actually agree to that peace. And so, yeah, we're just gonna, this is just really cleaning up now. Spain still base skipping because he's just not experienced enough to know that you shouldn't base skip. Because Flak, with the luck rolls, he can just kill these tech up units with luck. I mean, he didn't get lucky, but he could. Yeah. Uses super, clears the base, but unfortunately doesn't build anything on the base again. So he just gets base locked again. My turn. I use Sonia counter break, I think. My black boat that captured this property in the back is now going all the way to capture here. I finished capping this base, I'm very happy. And now I start threatening to capture this base and this port. So yeah, we're just cleaning up here. Germany defending himself, failing to save this base. Yellow Comet's turn again. Starts making some offenses, starts picking up more units to prepare landings. Takes Egypt. Has 2 battleships to start running in. Britain uses Hyper Upgrade again to try to save the base. It didn't work. Even if the base could be saved, it has 3 artillery and a rocket and a battleship and another battleship aimed at it. So there's no saving this base whatsoever. Not in the long term anyway. He killed one of my infantry, no. Recon will get the revenge. Italy sits on this base because there was no unit built, drops off units here, blocks off this base. Now even if he learned to start using all his bases, it's a bit too late since all his bases are now locked. Rocket moves over here to defend this next line. He basically just gives up this base to me, which I'm happy about. Spain doing Spain things, trying to defend, but he only has 1 base now, so So yeah, I would have shot at the artillery. I don't know why he shot at the mech on the mountain, but that's the shot he took. And I think I decided to hold my super because I don't need it. I killed the Neo tank, started sitting on the base, built a battleship over here after moving out the sub. And I decided to focus on killing Britain's infantry because I have another one who can capture. Sub fires at the lander. Germany once again defending his HQ, but failing to defend this base. Uses the max power at the end of his turn. Yellow Comet officially completely removes British influence from Egypt. Battleships continue moving in. Battleship fired at this port. Wait, what? Did it? Hang on. I'm not sure why it fired at this lander. Spain is an ally, I believe. Yellow Comet, you have some explaining to do. Why did you fire at this lander? But yeah, we're just gonna speed through this. Rocket has to fire. Rocket fires at this artillery. Rocket fires at my rocket because, well, he doesn't want me to fire back at him. And this is where I just start. Spain is trying to defend his HQ, but still not going for the artillery, unfortunately. Uses Max Blast near the end of the turn, manages to capture this base. I use my counter break because I wanted to try my luck at it. I managed to get the luck roll to clear this medium tank. And I just fired at the... I really just want the stat boost. Build a mega tank. Build a battleship. And it's just over. So we're just going to speed it up. Germany surrenders. Yellow Comet continues rolling through. Oh, sinks it so that he can land on it. And looks like Red Fire is finally taking France. D-Day successful, but not really. It was more so that Germany just surrendered on its own, and then he took it from the neutral properties. Spain, still trying to defend his HQ, running out of money, can only afford a tank, unfortunate. Still not shooting at this artillery, which is what I think is killing Spain the most right now. Mega tank kills the artillery. I sink the black boat, no more reinforcements. I break through, mega tank starts doing mega tank stuff. Skip, build another mega tank. Yellow Comet, with the artillery landings just blowing everything up. Skip for the rest of this turn because we really don't need to see it. Red Fire, still just capturing stuff here, not really doing much yet. And Italy decides to luck roll his way into Spain, join capping, dropping more units, uses the mega tank on the HQ to defend it, and builds another mega tank. We're just gonna skip Spain's turn. Actually, never mind, there's not much. Builds a rocket. Now at this point, I should have seen that Spain is losing the HQ, and I should have just killed the rocket to start capping the base. Otherwise Italy would get the base. But I didn't check until it was too late. I killed the mega tank with the battleship mega tank shot. Then I sat on the base to block it. Skip. Yellow Comet just cleans up the bottom side. Dropping more units in. Deleting some units because unit count. And also because these units aren't really helping. Britain doing whatever British does with the fleet. Spain was eliminated by HQ capture, which means he can now build a mega tank over here. Yeah, that was a fun game. And I use this counter break. I tried to get the kill on this Mega Tank, didn't quite get it. But it's fine, I'm just gonna skip the turns now. Yellow Comet agrees to get annexed by Fluffy. That's what happened. Also, because the game is already over, he just didn't want to finish it. But still, it's over. We're just gonna skip the turns. He builds a battleship to defend his HQ. I fired at the battleship with my Mega Tank, finish capping the base so I can have infantry join capping every single turn. Skip. Skip. He killed this unit. That's about it. So I shot a battleship shot at the tank, artillery fires at battleship, a rocket fires at battleship, join my mega tanks that are out of ammo, so this is 0 ammo. Other mega tank shoots at battleship, didn't quite sink it. I start capping HQ. Skip. Going to skip this turn over here because the real battle is whether or not I capture the HQ. He repairs, Black Boat repairs battleship, fires at this HQ, builds a submarine for some reason, not sure why. I join cap. My battleship fires at the sub. My mega tank sinks the sub. I move my artillery and my rocket in range to shoot at the battleship. Skip. Skip. He has to use the super to defend. It's the only... Well, no, he actually don't. But next turn he has to. Both the battleships fire. He doesn't know how much damage he did because I'm Sonya. Yeah. Yeah, you if you wanted to win, you would be. That's the turn you betray me. Anyway, I am no longer Russia. Now that I have the city of Constantinople back, I'm renaming it to Constantinople after I take it. I then rename myself as the Third Roman Empire, the inheritor of the Byzantine Empire, and therefore lays claim to the entirety of the Roman Empire now. That's what I announced in the chat, just for the lore. I fired at the battleships, I should have. Yeah, I did. So we're gonna skip Britain's turn because it doesn't matter. The HQ is at 3 HP. He uses his barbaric blow, fires his battleship again. Doesn't know how much HP I have because I'm Sonya. But I have 2 HP. And so I activate counter break. I fire at the ships again. Join the infantry. I join cap. HQ is now at 1. And there's nothing he can do to save the base. So it's just over. And so Fluffy, as the Third Roman Empire, wins. No, there is no capture limit, but everyone else just surrenders. Well, that was the end of this game. I'm actually not going to stay to stream snipe Sidewinder. Sidewinder should, if I am correct about this, Sidewinder should be starting the Saturday stream soon. If he has nothing, if it's not cancelled, that is. I don't know. But I'm gonna just end the stream here. Goodbye. And no Battle Royale.